Once upon a time, not too long ago.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Mack Brothers Podcast. John, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. You know who else is doing pretty good? Anyone who's listening to or has listened to Drinkin In Work.
People, John, I was scrolling on Instagram the other day and I saw that the Mack Brothers posted something special about September 1st. And I think it's time to tell them what.
Matthew, I will say this. It's a single, and I think that the chief songwriter should be the one to talk about it first, because not only does Matthew sing lead, but he also wrote all of the lyrics and did almost everything by himself besides whatever I did. But Matthew, tell them about our newest single coming out September 1st, Demons and Desires.
So, Demons and Desires, our new single. I think it's the first single we're putting out. No, well, we put Zombie out and I sung that, but this is the first single is the Mack Brothers that I sing. So it's a song that I'm very proud of. I think it's kind of like space age Johnny Cash. I feel like do you know Highwaymen? The Highwaymen and the song Highwaymen?
Mm.
I feel like this is, if you combine that song, like the Highwaymen version of it, with Walk the Line by Johnny Cash, I feel like Demons and Desires fits in right there. It's like very spiritually related to those kind of songs.
Yeah.
I am very excited for everyone to hear it. And it's the first song as the Mack Brothers that we're doing that actually has a B-side. There Goes My Baby and Just a Summer Away were double A-sides. So this is going to be our first B-side as the Mack Brothers too. I'm excited about that. So yeah, stay tuned, everyone. September 1st. It's the first song I ever sung that we put out where I sing the whole song entirely myself with no background vocals. It's like Julia by the Beatles. That's the only song that John Lennon did by the Beatles with no background vocals. So
Really?
that's the only Beatles song that they put out that it's a song that John Lennon sings that has no vocals from any other Beatle.
Holy shit.
Isn't that a cool fun fact? So this is like that for us.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going to be really fun.
You do
Stay
have
tuned, everyone,
background
September
vocals.
1st. Yeah, there are background vocals on it, but I recorded them.
I see what you're saying. Without any
Yeah, I'm the only vocalist on this song, and like for example, that song there's background vocals, but he's the only vocalist on that song.
Yeah.
So this is the only song that I'm the only vocalist on. So
Yeah.
pretty cool, pretty exciting. I think my moving North Carolina beard is almost gone too. So I think after this podcast, you're gonna see me next week. I'm gonna be a fresh boy.
So I did a what the fuck? I did an Aldi's drive up pickup order where like they come bring this stuff out to you.
Okay.
Just to let
Curbside pickup.
Curbside, yeah. So just to let everyone know, I just bought a new all black pair of work boots.
Hey.
I just bought a new pair of black jeans.
Hey.
A black t-shirt.
All from Aldi?
Oh, well, I was driving. This is what I wear to work, but
I'm just messing.
So a black t-shirt and then my gold chain, and I have my black Ray-Bans on, and the person comes to the car. So I don't know how to pop my trunk in my new all black Jeep. It doesn't pop. The trunk doesn't pop. You have to get out.
And the trunk actually opens on Jeeps. The automatic trunk opener feature on Jeeps. You know what it does? You click the button and it just violently ejects the whole back door off. The whole hatch goes, just flies off. That's how that happens.
So I get out of the car because I can't open the trunk, and I open the door. So I'm wearing all that.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm listening to. Let me see if I can get it on. I'm listening to this. Tell me if you can hear it. This is blasting. I'm not just listening to it. This is blasting. You hear that?
No.
Oh well.
Can we see who it is? Oh, it's Dean Martin. From the bottom of my heart, Dean Martin.
Blasting, and it's in all Italian at the end. And the lady, like, I didn't think about it at first. She puts the stuff in, or I help her put the stuff in, and then she like scurries away. And then I realized I look like a 1930s gangster. Like I looked like a mob guy.
Maybe like a guy from The Sopranos. But if you were a 1930s guy, you'd be in a suit.
Yeah, you're right. But like, it was just what the
one
fuck?
of those moments.
Can you pause this? I got a work thing.
Sure.
You push play. I just got
We're back.
Yeah, sorry, I just got a crazy work text. I had to look
Hey
at that.
John, Hey John, the freezer's running. You need to go catch it. Ha ha ha. Is that what it said?
Yes. Yep, it's on the loose. I don't have a freezer anymore.
Is that unsweetened tea or is that sweetened tea?
It's low sugar. I don't think there's anything replacing the sugar. Yeah, it's a little
lightly sweetened tea.
So it's black tea, sugar, citric acid, and purified stevia.
I don't believe in that anymore.
Allulose.
John,
Really?
hey, listen to this. I don't know if you know this, but as very frequent listeners of the podcast know, maybe every fifth podcast, John and I will talk about wrestling. So there's two things I want to talk about with wrestling. One, we have the biggest wrestling event ever this weekend, All In, which I'm very excited for. I don't think I'll be able to watch it live because it's on at noon, which is like annoying. But I will be watching it. And two, Terry Funk died.
Oh, I seen that.
Ain't that crazy? I can't believe that dude lived to see he was 79. I can't believe he lived that long.
What, was he a drug addict? I don't know nothing about him.
He was on pain pills like a lot of the other guys. I don't think he ever was like a super hard drug addict, but he was just like
real beat up,
wrestling into his 50s and 60s, doing crazy spots off ladders and chairs and tables. When we watched during the pandemic, when we did a little bit of Attitude Era rewatch, and we saw him come out, he was in his 50s then.
Jesus.
Or like really late 40s, but he was all beat up then. But yeah, I'm excited for all that. I am definitely excited for all that. I don't follow any of this streamer, like live streamer type stuff. But there's this guy named Fusi.
Oh wait, real quick.
Did you see that? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Another wrestling thing. Hulk Hogan's on Rogan today.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
I was just listening to the Andrew Huberman on Lex Friedman.
Oh, I gotta watch
chat.
that.
Great chat.
I like them guys.
Good group of guys. Yeah, good group of guys.
Yeah, so who's flew? So I seen the whole video, and I actually seen him get arrested, like all on Twitter, but I don't know who he is.
I don't know if it's for clout. I don't know what it is, but so I've been seeing a lot of these like fucking wannabe streamer dudes. I think they all start like they're all just basically wannabes, basically. That like maybe had like a one thing go viral, or like they are popular streamers or whatever the case is. But I think the thing is they keep, they're trying to keep growing their popularity. So they're nuts. So I think this dude like is actually a druggie, and he was streaming and he was trying to act crazy. But I actually think he really has mental problems, and he lost his shit, and he thought he was being killed and all this shit, and he called the police on a live stream, and they sent out a SWAT team because he said he was being held at gunpoint, and they came, and since he wasn't being held at gunpoint, they arrested him for it. So it's just crazy.
Oh, I seen all that.
It's nuts. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Anymore.
Fucking dude, Trump's getting arrested. Trump's mugshot's coming out tomorrow. Ain't that crazy? They're releasing the dude's mugshot. I gotta be careful John. I gotta be careful what I say down here. Somebody might fucking snipe me.
let's go back to Floozy. Is that his name?
I think his name's Flusy.
Flusy. So I don't know why, but I've seen it. So this is how it started. So, um, uh, something Dillon, Francis Dillon, maybe he's fighting Logan Paul this week.
Tim Dillon? Oh, Dylan Dennis.
Dillon Danis is fighting Logan Paul this week, and he's been posting the funniest shit. He's been
I saw your fiance like with some dude and shit.
Yeah. And then Logan Paul was like, I think he said like shut the fuck, like you're full of shit. And then he has started posting, he posted over 63 different guys that were pictured with her.
How many would you say 63?
63. She's only like 30 something or however old.
Oh my lord.
I
But is it while they're together?
Well, I think there's a mixed bag, but the fact that it's just like she's holding puppies with Ja Rule in Ja Rule's house. Like the names are crazy. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, let's be fair. I mean, I've done similar things.
Yeah, but you were stealing his dogs.
Well, John, now that it's out in public, I'm sorry, Ja.
But yeah, I'm sorry Matthew. Sorry,
You outed
Mom.
me.
But
That's pretty wild, though.
no, so he's posting that, but so like I'm reading the comments, and then one of the comments was one of the people involved, or not one of the people involved, but just like somebody involved with something, and they posted they posted a pit, like a video of
What did they post?
they posted they posted a video of the Long Island boys. What are they called?
The island. They're just the island boys, I think.
The
I
Island
don't think they're
Boys.
from Long Island.
They posted a picture of the Island Boys getting slapped by some guy.
Oh, I saw that.
But I don't know if it was Flusy.
I don't fucking like those dudes. They're fucking
I
weird.
don't either. Yeah, they're weird. They're weird. Everyone involved in this thing is weird.
All
Because
these like streamers are strange dudes.
the guy that slapped them went and peed in their yard and got chased off by security. But then the 19-year-old guy that was slapped by Floozy, it was in the same house. So I don't know.
None of it makes sense. None of this makes sense.
House? Whose house is that?
It sounds like they
house
just want engagement.
Was that without a doubt the same house? Because now that I'm a homeowner, when I see really nice houses, I'm looking at them. When no matter what the context is, I'm checking the house out. And I looked at the house, and the staircase was like different looking, and then the fucking next video is the same house. So whose house is it?
Did
they make that much money? This was a nice house.
So
Well,
a lot of these streamers
Island.
and these wannabes, they're really from little tiny states and little tiny cities, little places, and they go rent out. They all go in and they rent influencer houses out in LA, like 10-bedroom houses, and they'll rent it out and live there for like 3 months, and they'll all make content together to try to juice up their engagement and all that stuff. I think it's a bunch of malarkey, actually. Sorry. Yeah, Floozy is he's a floozy.
Well, what does he do?
I think he's supposed to do video games online.
He plays video games and he's fist fighting
I think a lot of these guys now that are streamers that played video games, now that once they get famous, they start doing try to do a lot of viral shit. Like, oh, Floozy's losing his mind in a hotel room. Oh, Floozy's jumping off a pool and attacking another streamer. Like dumb shit. It's all dumb shit. That's all.
I think it's all a joke until they do it so much to where it's their reality. And what's a joke anymore?
I think if they all want to go rent out houses, overpriced houses in LA, and they beat each other up, I think it's a great idea. Because as soon as I stop watching it, now they're just beating each other up for no reason.
Yeah.
So that makes me happy. It makes me happy that they're all
No,
losing
but
their
this is what I'm
minds.
saying. I think that it's a real psychosis after a while. They're living like a fantasy, but they're living it to where it's not in their heads, it's the real truth at that point. So then when the guy's screaming in the hotel room saying there's someone holding a gun to his head and the cops get there and there's no gun or person besides him on his bed, what's he it's not for, I don't know if it's a joke anymore. I think he's really lost his mind from playing these weird fucking streamer games. Not the actual games themselves, but like the get popular games. Like, I think it really fucks with your head. Then you really think that's who you are, and then you end up getting arrested for lying to the police.
I think if you really look into it, I think you'll find the same thing happen with Dan Bilzerian. Remember the fake dude, Dan Bilzerian?
Yeah.
And Liver King. Do you remember Liver King?
Did you see him recently?
Yeah, he's like he's so
That
gross, dude.
good.
He's like, he's pouring like fucking milk inside of like raw chicken legs and testicles and shit.
Yeah, he's barking up the wrong health tree.
He's gonna die, is what he's gonna do. He's gonna eat something and get like a parasite in his liver or something, or in his intestines, and he's gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. And then who's gonna be the Liver King after that? Not me.
Well, I just was told that the thing that's on my foot has nothing to do with my liver, so
That's good.
might be the Liver King.
John,
Yeah.
I actually hate to break it to you, but you're growing another John. And this is just the beginning. In 4 weeks, there will be another John. Yep, and he's gonna
share consciousness, or is he like a twin?
no, he's probably usually in cases like yours that the other you that you grow that looks exactly like you when they're born and has all the same experiences up until that very moment, they usually doesn't like you.
Not to sound
Usually,
like,
and has he's really like 3 times as strong as you, and he's really violent.
oh, so he's Four Loco me.
yeah. But if Four Loco John was 30 now, and was still Four Loco John.
I can't. It's funny. I used to drink Four Locos until 3 a.m, which had the caffeine in it, and I would have so many of them, and I would do other things. And now, I'm only 30. I'm not an old man, but now if I drink caffeine after 5 or 6 p.m., I get really jittery and anxious, and I can't.
Well, that's just because you're like,
can even have like a cup
you
of
have
tea.
the mind of like a petite starlet. That's really what the situation is. You've always been like the Liberace of South Philly for sure. But just like no flamboyant outfits. You just have like the mentality of Liberace. You're like Liberchucci.
I'm Liberace.
Chucharachi.
The Liberace itself. What was Liberace like? Oh, my knee. Like, what was he? What did he do?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the guy. I knew he was an entertainer and he was flamboyant. That's all I know. You're like the Simon and Garfunkel of South Philly.
Simon and Barfunkel.
You're not like any of those guys, actually.
I'm not like anybody you've named so far.
Wow, what an Instagrammable thing that you just said. You're like just hitting your like teen years, you know what I mean? As far as how you feel about yourself, you're like, I'm not like anyone you've ever met.
Well, no.
I'm just messing. No, I think what's actually happening is you're starting to turn into a hipster.
I've fought it for so many years.
I can't have coffee after 6. It makes me all jittery and weird. And I had this problem with my foot, and I thought it was my liver, but it's not. It's just my socks.
It really is.
I'm telling you, man, like a hipster. What tea are you gonna drink later tonight? Even your iced tea is lightly sweetened now, because you couldn't make it, because like just like hipsters, you can't make a decision, so you had to pick a middle ground.
They
I
can't
don't
make.
know if I want it unsweetened. I don't know if I want it sweetened. I'll just lightly sweeten's fine.
Oh, hold on.
Is that the ceiling?
That's my ceiling. Give me 1 second.
It says faith on your wall. Well, everyone, I am in North Carolina down here, and this is the unblurred background. This is what my deck looks like. There's lots of trees here and lots of bugs. I have so many mosquito bites, but now I started using Repel Max.
That's not a sponsor, but
That's not a sponsor, but as John's about to allude to,
if it works, it works. You know what I mean?
we do have a sponsor of the podcast, though, and if you're a gentleman, if you're not a gentleman, if you're any man or woman for that matter, you should join League Island Brewing Club. John, whose favorite beer is it?
Well, besides Jesus, I, for the first time, was able to share some League Island Brewing Club this past weekend, with none other than Drank Taylor.
Oh my God!
We both enjoyed our own porter. They
What
come
was
in
his-
big bottles.
What was his brew review?
It's his favorite beer.
As soon as it touched his lips, right?
It's, I mean, it was so instantaneous that he was already in the neighbor's house trying to sell it.
Oh yeah, you got to
He-
stop him when he gets to that point.
Right as soon as he poofed like a fairy, like a genie, and he ended up in the neighbor's house explaining how the owners of League Island Brewing Club it's family ran, it's family owned, and he said it's so much more eloquent than I am. But did I say that right?
John, I don't know.
League Island Brewing Club, Jesus and Drank Taylor's favorite beer.
What a combo. Sorry, something weird flew over there. Yeah, it's North Carolina. The bugs.
Was it like a donkey?
Yeah, it was. It looked like it.
Fucking
We
donkey.
had this like,
North Carolina.
John, it was like a giant fucking grasshopper, like some Amazon rainforest shit that flew in the house the other night.
I gotta say this. Hypothetically, let's just say I was an important person in a big company.
Okay.
Hypothetically, I have a employee who I pulled strings to switch their whole schedule for.
Okay. Is this a hypothetical conversation that we should maybe have privately?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right. John, I think you're flagged for today. But something I do think that people should know before we go. We have a new song coming out on September 1st. It's called Demons and Desires, and the B-side is That'll Do. But in the meantime, there's a few things you could do. One, you can join the club and join League Island Brewing Club. John, it looks like you have something really important to say in the middle of all my plugs.
We already gave the plugs, and we're not done yet. We're not done. There's still some juice left.
I don't think it has that much juice left.
Real quick then. Tell the world about. All right, I'm gonna just start like this. This is advice to musicians who are starting to make moves. Don't maybe this isn't great advice, but don't start an LLC if you're not making any money. That's worth reporting.
Oh, I 100% agree with that, and I actually think that that's a perfect conversation for the next week's Monday Mack, because it's music. I'm not saying because I don't want to talk about it. I'm saying because it's like a very music thing, and why not talk about more things about music than just songs on the Monday Mack? It is our music show. Do you know what I mean?
We can review
Not only could we, yeah,
and-
oh yeah,
we could do a company review next week.
yeah, we could do whatever we want. That's the fun thing.
Yeah.
And hey, everyone, before we go, our podcast will still come out on Wednesday, but you might start seeing more episodes on different days as well.
You said
With me
that
being down here now and having a little bit more time on my hands, and John finally regaining control of his feet, we're going to be able to do those kinds of things. So I hope you guys stay tuned for that. September 1st, Demons and Desires. But in the meantime, while you're waiting to listen to Demons and Desires, everyone should listen to Drinking and Work.
Yes, it's out now. I mean, seriously, if you won't do us the favor of using your thumbs to type in Drinkin In Work by the Mack Brothers and click on it and just listen to it once, and if you like it, put it in your rotation, and then, support us and follow all our stuff, and become a member of the Mack Mafia, and then, of course, become a member of League Island Brewing Club, well, then we don't even want you listening.
In that case, then we're going to tell you, don't take care of yourself. Just let yourself go at that point. It's not worth it anymore. But you should take care of yourself if you're going to not do those things.
Yeah.